445 days. That's how long it's been since Rockstar showed you one new second of Grand Theft Auto 6. Trailer 2, May 6th, 2025. Since then, no Trailer 3, no gameplay, nothing moving. And the game ships in under 4 months, so let's kill the wrong version of this story right now. Rockstar has not gone quiet. In June they gave you cover art, a price, open pre-orders, and a reported 60 new screenshots. The silence isn't corporate, it's creative. And that one distinction changes everything that follows. Look, I'm not here to tell you your anxiety is stupid. It isn't. You've been burned on this game twice already, and both of those burns are documented. So if your gut is going, something's off, that gut has receipts. I'm not going to gaslight you out of it, and I'm not going to do the thing where a guy with a microphone tells you to just trust the billion-dollar company. What I did instead was boring and useful. I pulled the actual launch timelines for Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, dated, counted backwards from release day, and laid this summer on top of them. What's happening right now isn't just normal, it's near identical. Both games went dark for months, then detonated a 10 to 12 week campaign that started with exactly one thing: a gameplay reveal. Put that clock on November 19th and Rockstar isn't late. They're slightly early. I'll show you every date, including the ones that argue against me. Receipts first, because half the internet is arguing about a version of June that didn't happen. June 18th. Rockstar reveals the official cover art and announces pre-orders open the following week. June 24th. Pricing lands. Standard Edition, $79.99. Ultimate, $99.99. Preload opens November 12th. Physical boxes contain download codes only. And there's a pre-order bonus, the Vintage Vice City Pack. June 25th. Pre-orders go live at midnight local time. PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. And here's the part buried under the trailer arguments. Alongside those pre-orders, 60 plus brand new in-engine 4K screenshots went out. Reportedly around 51 straight onto the official media page. That is not a studio hiding. That is a studio that looked at June and decided stills were enough. One honest flag, and I'd rather say it out loud than let you catch it later. Rockstar's Newswire blocks automated checks, so I could not verify what has or hasn't been posted this month. I won't tell you there was 0 posts in July, because I don't know that. What I can say flatly, there has been no new footage since. So if the commercial machine is visibly running, why does it feel like a graveyard out there? Because a trailer was promised to you, just not by Rockstar. The community had decided Trailer 3 was riding shotgun with pre-orders on June 25th. Everybody called it. Rockstar deliberately split the announcements instead. Cover art, price, pre-orders. No footage attached to any of them. When an expectation that big doesn't land, the disappointment goes looking for a meaning. And their hiding something is far more satisfying than the plan has a different shape than I assumed. Then watch what the coverage does. Forbes ran essentially the same "When is Trailer 3" story on June 29th, July 10th, and July 20th, 3 times in 3 weeks. And on July 20th, their own conclusion was, quoting the page, "Nobody outside Rockstar knows, and Rockstar has not said." The anxiety became the content. You're not reading updates, you're reading the same absence, refreshed, with a new date on it. Which is why you need to be ruthless about one thing. Every Trailer 3 date circulating right now is a guess. The honest outlets label it as inference from Rockstar's past patterns. The rest are farming your hope. There is no announced date. Now, the official record, which almost nobody reads. Take-Two's earnings call, Thursday, May 21st, 2026. CEO Strauss Zelnick on the date. That's not a hedge. That's a public company reaffirming a date on the record, where getting it wrong has consequences. But the line everybody quoted and nobody followed up on is the next one. On that same call, Zelnick said Rockstar expects to start marketing in the summer, and specifically noted that summer begins June 21st. Cover art, June 18th. Pricing, the 24th. Pre-orders, the 25th. He told you the month, and it happened in that month. The campaign didn't stall. It started small, on purpose, exactly when he said it would. Quick one, and I actually want the answer because it decides what I dig into next. What's the last thing Rockstar could show you that would genuinely move you? A full Trailer 3? A 15-minute gameplay walkthrough? Or are you past trailers now and you just want it installed? Comments. I read them before I write the next script. It's already changed what I chased twice. Alright, I'd be a coward if I skipped this. So let's build the strongest possible case against everything I'm about to prove to you. 1. The delays are real, and there are 2 of them. Originally targeting fall 2025. Delayed to May 26th, 2026. then delayed again, announced November 6th, 2025 to November 19th, 2026. Rockstar's stated reason: these extra months will allow us to finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. You are allowed to look at a game that's slipped twice and hold your applause. 2. The single strongest honest counterpoint in this video: labour. Around 30 to 40 Rockstar staff were dismissed in October 2025. Rockstar and Take-Two cite gross misconduct and leaking confidential information. The union, the IWGB, says every one of them was a member or an organiser. Those accounts contradict each other and neither is settled. So you get both, and I'm not picking one for you. Then, on May 28, 2026, workers publicly launched the Rockstar Game Workers Union, pushing for recognition before launch, and have not ruled out strike action. That's a real, dated risk between here and November, and it has nothing to do with trailers. 3. Even the good news isn't a guarantee. Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, the most reliable reporter on this beat, was reported around late June to put November 19th at roughly 90% close to near certainty, adding that unlike previous dates, this one feels real, reassuring. Also very plainly not 100%, so I'm not promising you anything. My claim is narrower and stronger. The silence is not the evidence people think it is. Here's the proof. Grand Theft Auto 5 launched September 17th, 2013. The official gameplay video, July 9th, 70 days before launch. The GTA Online gameplay video, August 15th, 33 days out. And then the final trailer. The actual last one, called the official trailer, August 29th, 19 days before the game came out. After that, the drip becomes a flood. 4 screenshot drops between July 29th and September 3rd, website launch August 13th, hands-on previews September 3rd, reviews September 16th. Sit with that middle number. The final trailer for the biggest entertainment launch of its decade landed 19 days out. Not 6 months, 19 days. Drop GTA 5 into today's discourse and people would have spent that whole summer making Rockstar has gone silent videos. Wrong right up until the moment they were spectacularly wrong. Red Dead Redemption 2, October 26th, 2018. Same studio, same playbook. Gameplay trailer 1, August 9th, 78 days out. Gameplay trailer 2, October 1st, 25 days out. The launch trailer, October 18th, 8 days before release. And packed between them, near weekly beats, gang members, towns, Red Dead Online, previews, wildlife, weapons and Deadeye. Same shape, twice, on 2 different games. A long, uncomfortable quiet, then one gameplay, reveal fires the starting gun. And roughly 10 to 12 weeks of compressed, escalating, near-weekly noise runs flat out into launch day. Rockstar doesn't market for a year, Rockstar detonates, so put it on the calendar. November 19th, count backwards. GTA 5's 70-day gameplay reveal maps to September 10th, 2026. Red Dead 2's 78-day gameplay reveal maps to September 2nd. GTA 5's 19-day final trailer maps to October 31st. Red Dead's 8-day launch trailer maps to November 11th. 1 day before preload opens on the 12th. Which means, by Rockstar's own 2 precedents, the real campaign is supposed to ignite in the first 2 weeks of September. Today is July 25th. Rockstar is not late, if anything, Rockstar is early. You are standing in the exact stretch of silence both of those launches also had. And the honest hedge, because I promised you the arguments against me. 2 data points is a pattern, not a law. Rockstar could break its own shape. I'm also not repeating the popular line that this is Rockstar's shortest marketing window ever. I couldn't verify it to a primary source, so it's out. 2 dates matter. Everything else is noise. August 7th, 2026. Take-Two's first quarter fiscal 2027 results. Pre-market, call it 8 AM East. That's the only hard-dated event on the board. And realistically, the first moment anyone outside Rockstar hears something grounded about how pre-orders are performing. And let me be blunt, because people are already inventing numbers. No verified pre-order figures exist today, none. If someone shows you a chart this week, they built it out of vibes. Then, early September. If a gameplay reveal lands in that window, the pattern held and you can put your phone down. If we hit the end of September and nothing has moved, then you start asking harder questions and I'll be right there asking them with you, but not in July. So here's the honest verdict. The silence is the pattern, not the panic. Rockstar went dark before 5 and before Red Dead 2, in almost exactly this shape, at almost exactly this distance from launch, and both times the quiet broke into a 10-week avalanche. The delays are real, the union situation is real and unresolved. 90% is not 100. Keep your guard up for those. but nothing new showed up in my feed this month is the weakest evidence in the entire argument, and it's the one the internet is leaning on hardest. Watch August 7th. Watch the first 2 weeks of September. That's where the real information lives. And tell me straight in the comments, do you think Trailer 3 even exists yet? Or does Rockstar skip it and go straight to a gameplay reveal? I go back and forth on this one, and I'd rather argue it out with you than pretend I'm certain.